Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Q or LaQuinta, whichever you prefer, and we are here talking about hair goals this week. So what is the positive affirmation? Curly or straight? It's not up for debate. I love my natural hair and I think it's great. Boom. Drop that mic right there. Okay, so I always kind of give you a little reason why I wrote this chapter. When I was in the military, my oldest daughter, Darian, she had the most beautiful hair. It was this really beautiful texture, kind of like a 4A, 4B type texture, and I just loved her hair. And I said to myself, I'm not going to do anything to her hair because, I had my hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I said, I'm not going to do that to her. I love her hair the way it is. But people would always ask me, like, what are you going to do something to her hair? What you going to do to her hair? And so that put in my mind, like, what's wrong with my baby's hair? Like, why do people keep asking me when I'm going to do something to her hair? And by something, they meant straight. Okay. So after a time, I finally broke down and I straightened her hair. I put a relaxer in it. And to me, I really didn't need to do that. I had already been struggling with the fact that I wanted to return to my natural hair, even though a lot of people weren't wearing their hair natural. But then I went ahead and did to her what I had been brainwashed to do, because society tells us that the way our hair is not beautiful. So we conform to look like other things. And that's not to say that straight hair is not beautiful. It is. But you should only be straightening your hair if that's something that you want to do, not because you think that the only way your hair, or that the only way you will be beautiful is if your hair is straight. So fast forward, I decided in 2010, after a lot of toiling, talking about it with my dermatologist, I'm just going to return to my natural hair. And I talked to my oldest daughter. At this time, she was a teenager. I said, you know what, we're just going to wear our natural hair. And by this time, I was married again, had another little girl. So I wanted to be an example for her that you're going to love your natural hair. So, of course, I wore my natural hair. My daughter wore her natural hair. We were these examples to her, and I was like, oh, she's going to love her natural hair. We're going to tell her every day that it's beautiful. It's beautiful, girl. And so we did that. But as soon as she went to school, it was like her whole perception about her hair was changed. She came home one day. She was all sad. She said to me, can you just straighten my hair? Now, I don't know if you know this, but here's a picture of my daughter. She got a lot of hair. I'm not straightening my own hair because it's thick. I'm definitely not going to be straightening your hair every day before school. So it was like, no, girl, I'm not doing that. Why? Why do you want your hair straight? She used to wear her hair out, and, we used to tell her how pretty it was. And all of a sudden, you don't want your hair out? Why? Because somebody had told her that it was too poofy. So now she don't like her hair. And even to this day, even though I've encouraged her and tried to explain to her that people will say things because sometimes people are just jealous. Sometimes they want what you got. Sometimes that's just the way it is. That maybe they just want your hair. That could be it. Okay. So yeah, so she's, to this day, she's still like very insecure about her hair, and she has the most beautiful hair. So that is crazy. But it is so annoying to be a black woman in society, to be a black person, period, because it always feels like we have to ask permission to be black. We can't wear our natural hair to work. We can't wear our natural hair to job interviews. We can't show up at competitions with our hair in its natural state because people are looking like, oh my God, what did she do to her hair? I got the same thing when I was interviewing. A lot of times if I showed up to an interview with the kinks out, I already knew by the look on the person's face this wasn't going to happen. Or if you did the opposite, if you wore the wig or you straightened your hair for the interview and then you showed up at work in your natural state, everybody's asking, well, what happened to your hair? What happened to your pretty hair? And you know, I feel some kind of way. You should never ask a person what happened to all your pretty hair. You know that's a wig that I was wearing. This is the hair on my head. So why would you ask me what happened to all my pretty hair? That is an insult, not a compliment. Or if you tell somebody, I like it so much better when you wear your hair with a wig, or if it's straightened, as opposed to when you wear your hair out, you know, when it's all like, that is not a compliment. You are insulting people. I've been insulted. I know so many black women that have been insulted. It is annoying to have people have to make laws about the way our hair grows from our scalp. You know, this is how God made us. Why should we have to conform to look like something we're not just to appease someone? You're not doing that for us. So that is what this chapter is about. Is about like telling our children at a young age, your hair is beautiful the way it is. One of the things that always annoyed me when I would watch movies is like, they would have the girl, she'd be plain, you know, kind of like a tomboy. Her hair would be real curly. And whenever she had the love interest and fell in love, they would glamify her. And then the hair would be straight and long and luxurious. And it's like, what message are we sending? That in order for you to glam up, that the hair has to be straight? Come on now, girls with curls, we can rock your world too now. Don't hate on it. Appreciate on it. Okay. I'm just being, you know, a little silly, but for real, like, I hate that. Like, and I want to challenge people who are screenplay writers, who are casting directors. It's like, open your scope a little bit. Stop writing the same old narrative. Oh, she's curly, she's wild, and she's unkept, and now she's falling in love, and now she's straight, and the hair is tamed, and she's more beautiful now. No, straight hair is beautiful, curly hair is beautiful, bald, no hair is beautiful. It is all beautiful. If you like it and you love it, then that's what we need to be appreciating how people want to wear their hair, and just letting people make their own choices and their own decisions. So that was one of the main things about this chapter. And the other thing was also, we have to work on this thing within our own race with texture discrimination. If you have a sister with like that 4A hair, which when the curl pattern is a little looser, and then you have your sisters over here like myself, 4C, kinky baby. And it's like, you'll see the picture there's a meme on Facebook. One girl has the looser curl pattern, and the girl over here has the tighter curl pattern, and this one has thousands of likes and this one has a few hundred likes. So it's like, we have to just get out of that mentality, like, appreciate everything. Don't sit there and just say, oh, well, if your hair is this texture, then it's pretty. All hair is beautiful as long as it's healthy, is, you know, ends are trimmed, washed, clean, don't have no lice or dandruff running around up in there. Keep your hair looking nice, whatever. Don't worry about the textures, because everybody got different textures. Some people have multiple textures. Like, I have 2 different textures on my head. One area over here is a little curlier, and then the back is that's another story for another day. But what is the task? It's not a hard one. So, task alert. Number 1, look at yourself every day in the morning and say to yourself, I love my hair and I love myself. That's not hard. You should love your hair and you should love yourself. Number 2, if you have a daughter, or even if you don't have a daughter, if you have a niece, Tell her that she is beautiful with her natural hair and that God didn't make any mistakes on her. No, he didn't. And number 3, when you see another girl or another woman that even if you don't even know them and you see her rocking her natural hair, you tell her, you doing that, sis. You are working it. Boom. So that's all I have for this week. It was short, sweet, and simple. Much love. We'll be coming back next week talking about, what's the next chapter? Oh, brains for days. So see you guys next week. Thanks for stopping by.